What?
Wait, hello everyone, and
Hi.
people should be able to hear me now. Okay, hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to the Undying Dev live stream. Um, I am Jin, the creative director on Undying, and we also have Kun, the Vanimals founder and project lead with us today. Um, we have
Hello,
a few
guys.
things to show you. So I think best way to start it off would be to introduce ourselves. I'll go first. So, just like I said, I'm the creative director on the project. I have been working on this game for like 1.5 years now. One of the first projects that I was working on when I first started working at Vanimals. What I do in terms of what I do actually on the game is a lot of stuff. Um, his creative director has a lot of meaning. Um, but I work on design work. I also work on with the artists and making sure that the visuals are matching up with what we want in the game. I'm working on the story as well. I help write the story and write a lot of the dialogue. Um, and yeah, in general, I have my eyes over nearly every aspect of the game. Currently, one of the major projects or major things I'm working on is with the composer. So we're working on the soundtrack. That's sort of the thing I'm focusing a lot of my time on lately. So that's what I do on Undying. Kun, do you want to talk about what you do on Undying?
I I keep the team running. Yeah, in short is that, but also I play my role as a producer as well. The studio head, of course, the producer, and sometimes I do some very, what's the word, trivial works on the project as well, like UI design and some level or environment design, things like that. But I don't like do one thing solely myself. I work with the guys like Jin and some other designers and artists and engineers together. So it's like a very generic role for the team for the game. That is me.
Yeah. He also helps us lead us in the right direction and makes all the big decisions if there are arguments and stuff like that. So we need someone like Kun, or this game would have gotten nowhere. Kun, do you want to talk about maybe when we started working on this game?
Oh yeah. We are game veterans for more than 10 years. But this is our first time to work on a survival game, which is a very, very cool experience right now. Before that, we were mostly working on action games and some like strategy games. But then I figured out I really, really would like to try something that's totally different. It's not like some like commercial products, not like that, but more like storytelling, emotional games that can be touchy on the global gamers. So, and also we are fans of The Walking Dead. So we're thinking something like zombie survival, emotional game. And then they came, the idea of this mother and son story came out in my mind, our minds.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting uh, journey leading to this point. It was actually exactly a year ago now where we unveiled Undying. We unveiled Undying at E3. I'm actually wearing the
Mm.
jumper that I bought. Uh, uh yeah, E3, and so it's very weird. I don't know what our
Where's the
original.
tattoo?
I don't know what our original plan was for this year. I don't think we thought we would be doing live streams from across the world to everyone. We might have been at E3 this year again. We don't know.
Yeah.
But in a weird way, this is possibly um, the best way for us to show Undying, because before, if we were at E3 and going to Gamescom again or something like that, only the people at the venue would be able to have a chance to play our latest demo. So I think in this way, it's become this weird thing now that it's actually become more open, and so now as many people around the world can play it if they have Steam on their computer. So, you know, this Steam Game Festival has been a really awesome thing to happen among the craziness of the world right now. And so we're just happy that everyone can get a chance to play the demo. If you haven't yet, hopefully after we chat today, after you watch the live stream, you go download it and have a play. And yeah, and if you have already, thank you. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give us feedback using the survey within the game itself. Let us know in the comments on Steam or YouTube or Twitch. Yeah, and to throughout the stream, if you put some questions there, we're going to answer questions towards the end. So yeah, just leave your questions in any of the chats across Twitch, YouTube, or Steam, and we will answer them towards the end if we can. Okay. So we prepared a little something for you guys. We are a small studio, and so we thought you guys might find it interesting to see what it looks like inside our studio. So we've prepared a little video of us working behind the scenes, and then we can talk about it a little bit after that. So give me a second, and then we can show you a video.
Okay.
And so here you go. It should be playing now on your screen.
This is our engineers' working on some new game features that's not in the game yet.
Doing a lot of work. There's also a quick preview of the game running on Switch. We know that the Switch is the most requested platform for our game, so we're definitely working hard on it. You'll notice in this video there are two people that are missing. That is myself and Kun. Kun is filming, and I am
was filming.
I am currently working from home in Australia. I'm about to have my first child. So
this is the level design process. It's the farm scene. You probably have already been there. And this engineer is reading game documents, new NPC design.
This is the little feature that's actually featured on our very first trailer with Cody is hiding behind the mom and is scared. Yeah, that's cool. This is only early development of the video, so we don't know.
And these two, UI artists. She's not just UI artist, she's a UI and 3D.
Everybody wears multiple hats. We're only a small team.
Yes.
There's 9, 10 of us. It's not a lot. But everybody does everything.
Our director is working on some new NPCs. There's some feedback from the alpha testers. They wish to have more NPC and NPC interactions, and we are on it.
There's a bunch of collectibles.
Yeah, toys from Steam, from Nintendo, and from our history.
We worked on the Eternity Warriors series.
Look at the books, and what are these? Sad story. Yeah, that's it. We have a very small office and a small team here.
Yeah.
And we have, well, actually, 3 people missing. Myself was filming, and Jin is in Australia, and we have a 3D and also a tech artist in Taiwan right now, working remotely.
Yeah. And then there's a few people that work part-time, like our concept artists and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's sort of our little studio. So if you don't know what a little studio at us like us looks like, that's what it looks like. Um, yeah, and it's a really fun place. Everybody there is cool. I used to be in the office. I'll probably go back later. Yeah,
Welcome back.
yes, hopefully.
Please do.
Okay. Well, I actually have some other things to show you. I don't think we've ever shared any of this kind of stuff before. Um, so, whoops. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. All right. So here is some concept art. When we first started developing the game, we had a vision of what Anling would look like. I think Kun picked out a Chinese actress. What was her name?
You mean the uh, wait. What? Her name is Chinese. She's a Chinese.
Yeah,
Her name is 绿茶，奶
yeah.
茶，奶茶。
So she was our inspiration when we were thinking of Anling.
Yeah.
I think this picture here is the very first ever drawing of her. This is something I did. We didn't end up going with this kind of style, but you see that she looks very stubby. I was if anybody is familiar with games like what's it called? I Am Setsuna, I was kind of going for that, where it has like, because most of the game is a top-down view. I was gonna like do big heads and little bodies, but it didn't end up working. But it sort of gave a bit of a foundation. Here is the next. So then our lead concept artist, Lionel, he was the one who started going off, and then he started making these sketches. So these are different versions of Anling and different versions of Cody. And as you can see, we went with version 2 of Anling. I think it was, something subtle about it. The jacket is cool. I just really like this design. Do you have any thoughts on these ones, Kun?
Sorry, I was watching the questions from on our Steam page, but
Okay.
sorry, what was the question?
Do you have
Because
any
they
thoughts?
said stream that died.
Stream died.
Look at the question on Steam.
Okay. Hopefully the stream should be running. Let me just check and see what happened.
Guys, can you hear us, or can you? Okay, thank you. Darky said that we're good.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're good. Okay, so yeah, here's some of
So
the.
sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, did you have any thoughts on this bit of concept art when we first started nailing down the design of Anling?
Uh, I think at the very beginning, I think they are cool because this is my first time to saw some actual concept arts.
Yeah.
And of course, I think then I figure out the ratio of the bodies is a little bit too slim. So from the angle of our gameplay or the game camera is not going to fit. So we decide to make it more like a bigger head, smaller body, to make the main characters more prominent.
Yeah. And if you see here, this is the first sketches of Cody. You'll notice he had black hair, and we ended up changing that because we wanted to like show elements of the fact that he was a mixed race with a Caucasian father. So the next bunch are some concept art of Cody. So basically, these last two is what we ended up going with. But obviously, number 3, the orange jumper, the scarf. Yeah. So this was Cody. Let's see what the next one is. Oh yeah. So here are the face portraits. You'll see these in the game of Anling, Cody, and that's Jacob. Well, at least it was Jacob. We don't know if that's what he looks like now yet. But at the time, this was Jacob. And then here's a great view of the fact that there are no faces. That was a design choice that I came up with very early on. I don't know. We just think it looks cool. The idea that people, it's a way for people to project what the character might be emoting. If we don't show the faces, then it gives the player some imagination on how the character might be acting in certain situations. And it gives it a cool visual style. And then also, it also comes down to the fact that we're a small team, and also with this low poly look, it just makes it easier for us to manage, and then hopefully give the game a bit of its own identity as well. Okay, so this is a very rough concept art that I was doing of basically the progression of what the game will be like. So at the beginning, so on the very left hand, we have Anling clearly protecting Cody. And then in the middle, we have Anling, and then Cody is like carrying a whole bunch of stuff there. So the idea that they start working together towards the middle of the game. And then towards the end of the game, we have Cody now protecting Anling as she's too sick to do anything. So that was sort of the theme we wanted going throughout the game and how the player will progress. And so, yeah, that was just a quick idea of how visually it might look to the player. Next one.
And also the demo build you're playing. Sorry, the demo game you're playing is actually on the first phase, which is you protecting the kid.
Yeah. So these ones were done up. So these are super rough concept art, but it was helping us try and build the mood of our game. And so this sort of shows you like the bluish night tones that we have during the nighttime gameplay and stuff like that. This was a very early one of like forest and like training. If you played our Gamescom demo or the E3 demo, you might recognize this a little bit because there was a part where we had Anling shooting at a target to teach Cody how to shoot. Whether that comes back in or not, we'll have to see. But then we ended up fixing up this bit of concept art, and it became a mouse pad that we gave away at Gamescom for people who played the demo. So here, these are just more mood to sort of set the colors and the tones for our game. This is something that our concept artist did, like a super Cody flying, just playing around. Yeah.
I like that. I really like that.
But these were cool. So this is a concept art of the supermarket that if you play the demo, you might recognize it. So this is what we did is we designed this couldn't design this one, but it was basically done in a PowerPoint presentation explaining where things are supposed to go and what functions they are, and then we give it to the concept artist, and then they sort of render it out for us. So this is a bit of the front of the supermarket. This is the inside. So yeah, if you play our demo, you will recognize this. It's in there. It's very tough. It's a tough area of the game.
It's very tight. There are a lot of zombies, and you cannot use your handgun often because that will draw lots of the attentions from a lot of zombies.
Yeah. All right. What else? Okay, and so that's all the concept art we have. So yeah, that just shows you a little bit of the behind the scenes of us working in the studio, and then some of the concepts that we did. So I think from now on, I'm just going to start playing the demo, and we'll just chat. We'll also answer your questions. I know some people are a little bit eager for their questions to be answered. So I'm gonna just start playing, and we're gonna chat about the game and our thoughts about the game, and then we'll also answer whatever questions come our way. So here we
Yeah.
go. Let me. Here is the game itself. There won't be any audio, so that we can just chat over the top of it.
Okay.
All right. So can everyone see the game fine? So this is the same build that you're able to play um right now on Steam. You can download this and play this as well. Now I want to point out that yes, the beginning is kind of confusing. A lot of things are being chopped up together. There is a big portion of the story that we've cut out. So that's why things might seem very jarring at the beginning. But that stuff is just not quite ready yet. So in between her being bitten and this part, there is a bit of story there. So yeah, there's that. You want to mention anything about the game now, Kun?
Yeah, you can just keep playing, and yeah, let's do it together. Okay, you're using a PS4
Yeah,
controller, right?
I'm playing with the PS4 controller. You can play with Xbox and keyboard mouse. Though admittedly, I think our mapping on controller is a lot more intuitive at this moment than it is on PC. Um, so
Oh,
this
by the way, have you ever? How many people have this?
oh
This is a Steam controller. Because on the developer panel, there's an option asking, does your game support that? So I think we can buy a second hand one. It's not easy to buy a new one anymore from the market.
so yes, if you do have one, it will work.
Yeah, let us know.
Are there any questions that anybody wants answered?
I think wait while you're playing, I can keep answering the questions. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, let me get back to the first question is about the name. I'm not quite sure. Arthur, are you still here? Arthur D2. So about the name, yeah, there are some people asking the question about our name being conflicting maybe or overlapping with some more famous games. But it wasn't chosen like we think about this and that, why we're using this, why are we going to compete with some other games? We didn't think about that really
Yeah,
at the very beginning. Mm,
it's um it's a coincidence. We didn't
yeah,
actually know about Clive Barker's Undying when we started making this game. Um,
yeah,
if we had known, maybe we might have done something differently. But I can give you the rationale of why we came up with the name Undying. Well, it's like a play on words. So we have a zombie is an undead, um, but Anling, who's been bitten by a zombie, is not quite there, and she's slowly turning. So that's where Undying came from. But it also has a double meaning as well, because it's also mentioning her undying love for her son. So we just thought that the name Undying really fit and
yeah.
really, yeah, it really suited what we were doing. Um, we've probably gone too deep now. So if people are hoping for the name to change, I doubt that's probably going to happen. This is the title of the game, but we don't mean it to disrespect Clive Barker's Undying at all. I hear it's an amazing game, and the fact that this game is called Undying is never going to completely remove Clive Barker's Undying from the map. So um, no, we hope people are okay with the choice.
Hmm.
But we see if you guys let us know if it's that big of a problem. there may be we might look into it.
Yeah. All right, you just finished the first scene and
Yeah,
got back to the floor, the ground.
yeah. And you just saw there Cody is not happy with what's happening, so you have to also keep in mind his mood. I'll show you one thing. So very early on, we had the UI had both Cody and Anling's health and status. Um, and very early on, we wanted to give this idea of the player looking after their son, and so that and one way we thought about doing that is by removing Cody's UI. And so in order to find out how he is, you have to pay attention to the way he's walking and the way he's acting. And you can also just straight up ask him. So that's why we have this check Cody thing. And then it
Yeah.
also gives you this nice quiet moment where you're checking in on your son. And there you go. He's thirsty. And I do have water, so I will give him some. And so if I check him again, he should be all right. So we thought this would be a really good way that you always have to think about Cody in the back of your mind. He's okay now. Yeah, it was just a little subtle touch. But yeah, if you're getting too caught up in what you're doing, you could forget about him, and then he could be in a really bad situation. So it's one of those ways to make sure that the player is constantly, checking in on their son.
So answering Thor's question, Thor, your asked question, they canceled the Steam controller, but at the developer,
Uh,
there are still controllers in players' hands. So that's why we're thinking to buy one and going to support that.
Anyway, supporting as many controllers as we possibly can. That's always a good thing. If you have it, then that means that you can use it. So giving players as many options as possible is.
Yeah. And how long are we expecting the game to be? We hope ASAP. We hope ASAP, but right
What's the
now
question? Is
we're.
it how long is the gameplay supposed to be, or how long till we
Oh,
release
how
the
long?
game?
Sorry, I thought he asked how soon.
Yeah.
It will be 10 plus hours for one run.
Yeah, it depends on where you play it. You probably have to play it multiple times to get in a decent place. It's kind of like a roguelike where when you die, you might have to start again from the very beginning and then try and
But,
change up your choices.
but you won't experience everything, all 100% everything in one run. So you have to probably play differently the next time to see how the game will be like next time, things like that.
Sure.
Sorry.
Oh no. Didn't I say put
No,
phone on silent? I did not say.
sorry.
Has anybody had a chance to play the demo? That's a question I'm asking. Let me just also check that.
Jin, can you go to the dream sequence?
Sure. So yes, in this game, Anling will have certain nightmares or dream sequences, and this we've put this in the game to try and sort of explore her psyche as she's turning. So we hope people enjoy that. Here is the dream sequence that's featured in the demo. And in these dream sequences, we sort of want to explore multiple things, like not only her psyche, but also give, oh dear, what's that? That was a new bug.
What's the bug? Oh,
Very,
that one.
very big, very big. Um,
Surprise.
oh no, there you go. Put that in the bug report. We also want to explore a little bit about her history because obviously we don't know much about her at the beginning of the game, and then we'll hopefully explore her history with her family before all this and her life with her husband and Cody. Um, so yeah, we try and get a lot of that lore in this portion of the games. These
Yeah.
portions of the game, sorry.
And we're going to add more dreams into the game in the future.
Yes, there should be quite a few more.
Yeah.
All right,
And
what do you
hopefully
think I should?
they will.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
here's something interesting. Um, so our game is player generated maps. So our world map is created by the player, and so the way that works is that we have map pieces in the game, and when you pick up one of these map pieces, like I'm doing, you can then place where they belong on the map. And so every time you play it, you can try and strategically place certain things close to each other because traveling costs time and costs stamina. And so all those things you'll have to consider when you're trying to survive for the um, majority of the game. And so you might want certain things that you go to that have lots of resources close by. Um, so you have to be careful where you place them. And so the way that it works is that you can add new locations next to the locations that you already have. So you might want to keep this home space here clear as long as possible so that you can put something um, that you might need right there. And so, yeah, this is a bit of player choice here, and then hopefully you make different decisions every time you play. So yeah,
Maybe
I
it's
just
time to go
basically,
to the farm.
yeah, I'll
Let's
go
go
to
to
the
the farm.
farm. I need to eat some
It's
food
midnight,
though.
right?
It's well, it's two in the morning.
Just give another little sleep, then you can see the NPCs there in the
Okay,
farm.
all right. I will sleep for
Yeah.
4 hours.
Yeah, that's enough.
So the demo that we have for the Steam Game Festival allows you to play 4 days of Undying, 4 in-game days. So you can try and experience as much of the game as you can within those 4 days. You can also you can replay it, of course. You can play it as many times as you like. Uh, so yeah. So we're gonna head to the farm now. This is where we have a few NPCs. There's something weird about this couple. Something off about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who should I talk to first? I'll talk to.
And we made a what call it, like NPC rivalry system, that if you steal or trying to hazard the NPCs, they will fight back. And also, if you try to attract some zombie to into their vision, they will try to protect you or protect themselves. So you can try to find the zombie below, um, and attract the zombie to the NPCs and let them to help you to kill the zombie.
Here we go. Let me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Outside, up, yeah, right.
Oh no! Don't get Cody. Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Yeah, he got him. That way, I don't have to waste any of my resources.
good.
Um, I don't know if anybody. Hold on, I'm weak as well. Let me eat some biscuits. Um, so in our game, we want to sort of teach Cody how to survive in this world, and so he starts gaining experience points every time you do certain actions. So if we go over here, Let me see. Currently, Cody has 13 experience when it comes to survival. This is usually for looting stuff. So if I'm constantly looting things, then Cody will start getting more experience, and then that way he can start doing it as well. So once we get 15 XP here, Cody can then pick up items from the ground and add it to his bag. Cody then can also find some things that you can't see, so it's always good to try and level him up
Yeah.
as well. And then obviously as you fight more, Cody will develop more skills and he can help you out in combat as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to try and prioritize, certain skills and which ones you think will be more useful to you in the long run, because by the end of the game you shouldn't be able to max him out on everything. So he's not going to be like a super AI by the end of it. So yeah. Oh, here's another map piece. Forest Park. I'm really struggling for food though. See what I can find. Potato. So I can make starch here. Help me.
Yeah, you have potato, you can make starch.
How are the questions going?
There's a question about are we going to have multiple endings? I think so.
Yes. Yes.
It's just a matter of how many, but there will be multiple endings, the good
Yeah.
ending, bad ending.
Yeah. There should be multiple
Um,
endings, and you do want to try and strive for the best one. We won't spoil them here, so.
Secret ending, maybe.
And so Cody's also useful because he has his own inventory bag, and so if you can't pick up anything, you can get him to hold stuff, and then you can also increase how much he can hold. So
Yeah.
he becomes very useful. I might quickly show a hiding spot. Let me go check that out. I'll go back to the city, drink some water. Maybe my son needs some water. Check on him. So I have a question here. What has been one of the toughest features to work on? What do you think that would be, Kun?
Well, yeah, I mean, thinking about the toughest problem is very painful because there's a lot. There are a lot, but I mean, the top one is probably the mother and son features. It's a
Yeah.
big question. It's very generic point, but everything around that is a little bit painful because it's the first time that we were working on that. You're not just you're not design, we're not just designing two main characters. You're designing one main character,
Yeah.
but you're playing as both. It's a little bit tricky to say, but there are a lot like interactions, how they interact to incorporate the affections between themselves, things like that. And also
Yeah.
how to make the kid more useful, but also make him like a kid. Like he's afraid of things. He's afraid of all the hazards, but also he's useful. So all the contradictions happening when we were designing the details of this modern sun system.
Yeah. Absolutely. Cody's AI is basically it. You want him to be useful, but you also don't want him to be super
A
useful.
superhero.
Yeah. He's a kid and you want him to learn, so you want to feel that progression of him. So he is definitely the hardest. So here I am. I'm just going to show you quickly. So this is one of the features here. If you think it's too dangerous for Cody to go somewhere, you can get him to hide. So what this means though is when he's hiding, you no longer have access to his inventory, so you can only hold whatever you have. So if you want to go into somewhere and just make sure Cody hides, and then you try and clear the place out, um, that has some negative effects. One of them being you don't have access to his inventory, so you can't actually carry as much. He also
Mm,
won't learn XP because he's not experiencing what you're experiencing. If you just take
yeah.
out if you're in the supermarket and you take out all the zombies and he's hiding, he will gain none of that experience. And so, is that wasted time, or do you do it just to keep him safe? Um, so yeah, this is one of um, the interesting things. You also can't leave an area when he's hiding. So if I put him in here and then this place was surrounded by zombies, you have to make sure he can get out safely before you can move on. So it might be a double-edged sword. You think you're keeping him safe, but you've actually put him in more danger.
And also, you can't leave him in the trash bin for too long because he will feel unhappy about that.
Yeah.
And the happiness system is one this system we are still trying to polish, but it will be in the final game. I mean, probably in the next playable demo as well.
Yeah. Yeah. See, do you know he wasn't happy he was in there for too long. He doesn't like being away from his mom. So, yeah. Oh, so he just learned a new skill. Let's see. Combat. So I can spend 15 XP here. Cody can use a slingshot to protect Anling. So I'm gonna purchase that, but I'm gonna need to craft that
Crafted.
slingshot. Yeah.
Or you go to the forest park and you can trade one if you want. Probably that's faster.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's
Um,
easier.
I'm running low on food. But here we go. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah. And because the crafting system is a little bit slow to show in the live
Yeah.
stream. So we didn't show the crafting system. You have to collect all the materials to build up your workstations, and then you will be able to craft items that will be. Are you in the midnight? Oh, you're good. Go to Fun Chris and trade for a slingshot.
What can I trade?
You have a lot of
This.
things.
Yeah. Okay. He's
Slingshot.
happy. He's happy with that. Oh no. Where did it go? My inventory was full.
Oh yeah, you have to find some
I didn't
space for it. You can give too.
give some. Whoops. All right. Okay. Cody has that equipped now. Eat a potato. All right. We're not going well, Kun. We're not going well.
That's the theme of survival. You have to craft. You have to make things. You
This
can't
is
just
true. We
you, know,
can't
you
just.
can't just
You can't speed run this game.
yeah.
Let's see if I can get Cody to help me out in this combat. So there you go. He's now using his slingshot. A slingshot will help stun the enemy, so it'll help. Ah, help me! There you go. This is too dangerous. I'm bailing. I'm bailing. Oh, that will help. Ah, So yeah, you can't hold much in this game, and so you really have to try and balance that. Um, I'd love to hear some of your feedback. So make sure you fill out those surveys. We also have a Discord server. You can see it on the we have it on the screen. You can go to discord.gg/play Undying. If you play the demo and you want to give us feedback that way, there's a great there's a little channel in there called demo feedback. You can shoot them out that way as well. We really want to make this game the best it can be, and it can only get better with your feedback. So,
Yeah.
you know, join the Discord. It's a friendly place. We talk a lot. We share a lot in there. So you might see stuff um, uh, earlier than anybody else if you're part of the Discord.
Yeah, let me send the link, Discord link here as well.
Oh yes, in the chat window. That way you
Yes.
can just click it, make it easier for yourself.
Yes.
Okay, here's a question. So when you're not making games, what do you play, Kun?
I watch TV.
It's funny when you make video games, it makes it very hard for you to go home and then play video games.
Yeah, it's hard, especially when you get back home. It's pretty late in the night, and you don't play games. Like you shout into the games, but
Yeah,
you can put on your headphone and watch some TV. It's pretty more relaxing.
sure. For me, the games that I play, I'm back into Smash Brothers a lot. I play Smash Brothers a lot now. I've just downloaded Phantasy Star Online 2 on my computer, and I really want to get into playing that. But MMOs really take a lot of time to play. I don't know if I really have time to play MMOs. What's your favorite game series, Clint?
Well, I have two. The first one is Biohazards or Resident Evils.
Yeah.
The other one is Tomb Raiders. I really love these two, and I kept buying their original ones and their remake ones, and also of course they're going to have new ones, especially Tomb Raider. The most recent three titles, they're pretty awesome. They're really awesome. They are not like what they were before, like 10, 20 years ago. They are more fun from that.
Yeah.
So really, really love these two games.
Tomb Raider is pretty awesome. The
Yeah.
new ones are very good.
And I haven't played the third, sorry, Resident Evil 3 remake yet. I haven't played it. I don't have enough time to do that. I probably will have to finish the second remake maybe sometime this year.
Yeah, it's very hard to find time to play games.
It's like big games. It takes time. You can't just opens up and play like 30 minutes and that's it. You probably have to find like 2 hours, 3 hours for one play.
Yeah. I think Cody might be dying soon. So that shows you how good of a parent I am. Let's see if I can cook anything. We can make baked potatoes. There we go. That'll do.
Did you fix the food station?
Yeah, I fixed it.
Okay, cool.
Eat
You're safe
this.
now.
Survive. Please.
Please.
Oh no, I didn't survive. I just fed Cody and then I ran out of food. And I died. So yes,
Nice.
the developers of the game are always the worst people at playing the game.
Yeah, we can't find all the bugs. By the way,
This is the
let's go.
first time I've ever streamed and talked and played a game at the same time. It's very difficult. I am now
It's
very,
hard.
very impressed at streamers. But yeah, I hope
Yeah,
this is the first
they're
time we've
awesome.
ever streamed. So I hope people are enjoying the stream.
Probably we need to practice more and more in the future.
Sure, sure. All right, I'll
Yeah,
just change it back
let's
to the
get
two
back
of
to
us.
some questions. There are some questions here on Steam. Okay, there's one left. Um, well, it's not a question. It's not. Um, Thor said he didn't play the demo. Want to go into the full game without knowing anything.
Well,
I
if
think
you're
that's
already
fine.
sold, then yeah, sure, do that. You'll probably get the best experience of it. But if you want to try it out, then sure, play the demo.
Yeah, the
Um,
demo is very short. It's only
what
probably 7 or 8% of the final game.
there was one thing that was mentioned as well, which is do I need tissues when I play this game? Um, we hope that it gets we hope that it is an emotional game, and then you do get feelings. Um, it is our goal to make sure that maybe you have a tear in your eye by the end of it, or by certain moments in the game.
Yeah.
That's definitely a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. It's not easy.
Yeah, and also I don't think we're going to have like every few minutes there's like a tearing point in the game. It will be more like you climbing in the mountain and there's a like a milestone, maybe 2 or 3 milestones they will see super touchy moving. That's probably what we will be able to do.
I think something that we're trying to achieve with this is that as you play with the game, you will have your own relationship with Cody. That's different from other people. So it's not our game is not necessarily guided by the story itself. We want to make sure that your adventures with Cody, the choices that you make, are the emotional connection. And so it's
Mm.
not us telling you, oh, this is the point where you're supposed to cry. You should start feeling like that, you know, because you've already developed this relationship. It's kind of the example I used in the office is that in Pokemon, when you pick your first one of the first 3 Pokemon, even if it's not the best Pokemon to keep in your team, you never want to get rid of it because it's the first one. And I don't know, they don't talk to me. I don't have. You just have this relationship with this thing, and so, and if you're playing it for so many hours, um, you should have that kind of relationship. So that's what we're hoping we'll get. Um, and then when Cody does something awesome that you didn't expect him to do, you'll be like, yes, good on you, son. That's my boy. That sort of stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to have multiple, I mean, future alpha and beta testing in the future before the final launch. So any of you, if you're interested, please follow us any social channel or Discord, because we're going to brought out future demos or testings to you guys, and you can be the judge or I'll say that source of ideas going
Yeah.
forward.
We love hearing ideas from people, and then it sort of there might be somebody might mention something that we never thought of, and then it sort of snowballs into this bigger idea. So, we really encourage you that next time we have the alpha, we're going to have more people. We had a very small um, group that we chose from. We actually had quite a few people apply for the alpha, but we only selected a very small group. The next alpha will be bigger, and the game will also be bigger as well. So there'll be a lot more to experience, and so it'll be good getting what people think from here and there, and see what people's expectations are, and do our alphas meet up with their expectations or not. Um, yeah, that's sort of the thing that we are uh, hoping to
Right.
get with the alphas. So yeah, if you follow us on social media, or follow us on the Steam community, join Discord, you'll get all those news and updates there.
Cool.
All right, so I have a couple more uh quick questions. So we'll probably stream
Mhm.
for about maybe another 5 minutes, unless more questions start coming in. Just leave your questions in the chat. If there are more come in, then we'll just stay on and answer them. Um, but for now, we'll probably finish up in the next 5 minutes. Um,
Yeah.
so here, do you have any ideas or plans for expansions? What is your
Um, yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, everything is just up in the air. It's not final, fully decided yet because we're going to have like multiple testing as well. So we'll hear from the community. But from now, I think we'll probably have extended storylines for for the game. That can be one thing. Another thing we can do is probably endless mode for the survival, because right now the
survival
main mode,
enthusiast?
yeah, the main story mode is purely like you can finish protecting Cody in this amount of time. But yeah, the other mode I'm thinking is maybe endless mode.
Yeah,
Other than that, I think it's still
it's way too early to
too
tell.
early to think about. Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that this game is good, and then then think about what's next. Um, how in depth is the crafting system, you reckon?
I think it will be more deeper from deeper. And right now, this conversation is happening inside the office between the designers and the whole team. I mean, it will be more deeper.
Yeah. Um. So let's just confirm what platforms it's coming out on. So obviously the game is going to be on Steam, on PC, Windows Store as well. The game will also be coming to Nintendo Switch. It will be coming to Xbox platforms and PlayStation platforms. So, um, and mobile, iOS and Android. So we're trying to get as many as possible. But yeah, that's all we can say for now. Um, Let me have a look here.
Oh, there's a
So,
question from my friend.
okay.
How your family feel about you playing a game like this? Sorry, you developing a game like this? Is it like a family theme or um, parenting theme? This is their
Um,
question.
well,
Jin, how about you? How your wife feeling about it? And also, you're going to have a new baby soon. Congrats.
thank you. Well, I think my wife doesn't like zombies, so she doesn't like this game.
That's a short answer.
Yeah, um, so she hasn't got many thoughts on it. She just goes, "Why is there so much killing?" Ah, but I feel like at least on a personal level, I'm sure that my feelings towards this game are probably going to change over the next month when my baby's born. So I might have a new perspective on it, and that might influence how I look at the game moving forward.
Oh, that's cool. My family, I have a 10-year old son, and then my wife and him, they're pretty excited about the game, the concept of the game. They haven't played the build yet. I didn't
Yeah.
show them the build yet, but I do shown them the some concept art, some screenshots, and some trailers to them, and they really expect that, and they're thinking to play together about the future, the game in the future.
Yeah. Um. So, is there going to be mod support for our game? The way that I'll say that is that it's not off the table. So we'll definitely think about it. We'll make the game first. We're really happy for the community to add whatever they want to it, but we will. work on the game first, and then hopefully, maybe later down the track we can, officially put something like mod support in.
Correct.
I got a question here on YouTube. It says the map was 9 locations to pick. From what you said earlier, you won't see everything in one playthrough. Is the rough number of total locations? All right, so is 9 the total amount of locations in the game?
Hold on, let me see. We probably will have more locations.
Yeah.
Definitely. Actually, location, as you probably already played our game. So one location is not just one area.
Yeah.
It's like in the city area, city location, there are multiple, like over 5 locations. Probably haven't played to that much, but there are more. So that's number of areas. We're gonna have a lot of more areas. But talking about location, 9 isn't something that we cannot do. We probably will have more.
Yeah, it's not.
Like
It's definitely it won't. It'll be more than 9. It'll be more than 9.
it,
And then you have to
definitely.
remember that. Yeah, like Kun was just saying, each location has more sub locations in it. So if you look at the city, we came out through the subway and then into the main city area.
Hmm.
So there are more locations within those locations. But on that world map, there will be more than 9. At the moment, that's a placeholder.
Yeah.
Do we
Here
have a
comes the
special
team.
guest? Ah, yes.
Very special. We see him every day.
Yes.
It's to the office now.
Yeah. What time is it there now?
It's 10 a.m.
Yeah. 10
We
a.m.
work. We start working from 10 to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So and also now because of the virus thing, we are having a more flexible time frame for everyone.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep everyone safe. And I would say that, for anybody who's listening in the stream as well, stay safe. Make sure you're following the health guidelines from whatever location you're from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
It's not worth
important.
risking your life. So stay safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Well, we'll
office
do.
right now, the office people are all back to work now for for 2 months, but we'll see because the situation is always changing, and we probably will change our way of working accordingly in the near
Right.
future, maybe.
Okay, well, I think we've done through all the questions. We've been streaming well, you and I have been on this for longer than an hour, but we've been streaming to the public for an hour now.
Yeah,
Um,
full hour.
so we might end it here, but I'm just going to reiterate again. The Steam Game Festival is on for about a week, so make sure
Mm.
you play the Undying demo. And fill out the survey, give us feedback. Please follow us on social media. We have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All our handles are Play Undying, at Play Undying. You can see it on the screen. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord server, that's a great way to chat with the Undying community and also help put your stamp on the game by playing the demos and giving feedback and getting first notifications on when the next alpha will be and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you do that. And I think that's about it. If you came in late
Yeah.
on this stream, we're gonna have the video up on YouTube. So, and I think there will also be a recording of it on Twitch. So if you missed the earlier portions where we answered other questions, just go to YouTube and there will be, an archive version on our YouTube there. So our YouTube page is youtube.com/c/Vanimals. If you just search Vanimals, you'll find us. And so yeah, is there anything else that you want to say before we head off?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we're
hope to
going to
do.
have more like live streaming in the future, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll
We hope to
see.
do.
We'll let you guys know.
Yeah, we hope to do more live streams in the future, and also, bringing you new content and, giving you new things
One
about the
star.
game. So we might do like bigger updates in the future. This is the first one. We hope it went okay. Please let us know if there were any technical difficulties. I'll try and fix it next time. I noticed that our videos aren't as smooth as they should be. I'll look into that. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy
Thank
the
you
Steam
guys.
Game Festival, and hopefully play some other demos. I'm gonna try and play Skatebird, and I'm gonna have a look at some other demos as well. So show all the
Will
love
do.
to all the other indie developers as well. And yeah, there you go. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Have a
And
nice day.
yeah,
A night.
good night, good day, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're from.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's morning for us. So yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll
Yeah.
catch you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.